Let's get it synced up for what's going on, everybody in YouTube land. We're live on Twitch right now. We got, how many people we got in here? We got 40, 50 people in here. We're going to go ahead and watch episode 45. So same thing, no different. We're just live reacting to it on Twitch. If you're not seeing this, you're clearly seeing it on YouTube. Fingers crossed, no problems with me uploading it. And we'll be able to really get it going. So we're live on YouTube. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. Come and appreciate you guys showing the support. Episode 85. Want to go over some things real quick on the last episode. Kind of just the biggest things we kind of had. Let's go over those comments real quick. Apologize for y'all that are watching on Twitch. I told y'all we were going to be ready to go. There are some questions that I had. Kind of the biggest kind of mystery question was, because I saw people say this and then I asked it. You guys can answer this in Twitch chat right now. How did the cat chick come out with Nen? And then you guys were saying she was birthed after the queen had started consuming Nen. But we clearly saw, and I know the episode, we saw the queen birth those pods before she or we found out that these rare humans, that she could consume these rare humans. She spit those pods out before us as a viewer and her commanders found out that there were humans that were rare. So I'm trying to think, how did she come out with this just crazy aura of power and strength? So that's kind of like where I'm stuck. Like, how does she come out like at the level she's at? So that's where I got into the big question of like tiers. Like, is the queen willing? How is she distinguishing between like, okay, what I'm giving birth to are grunts, commanders, royal guard? I don't know. But someone in the chat is saying all life beings have Nen. Yeah, so maybe she just consumed so many humans at that point, the spillover into the next birth of guards. So it's, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's because she started consuming rare humans. I kind of agree. Like, I think it's because she just started consuming so many humans that when she gave time. But then I guess, yeah, I can kind of get on board with the all humans have Nen. Yeah, so has she been, since, and then this is my other question, since she's put those pods there, has she given birth to any other grunts or commanders since she spit out the royal guard, or has she been stockpiling for the king? Because then it could be like, if she hasn't been giving birth, then that makes sense, a little more sense. She's been eating more and more humans, and she hasn't been giving birth to grunts, or I don't think she's distinguishing like, hey, this birthing round I'm going to give birth to grunts, these guys are going to be commanders. I think she was spitting out grunts as she was eating like fish and lobsters and deer and whatever else. Then she got her hands on a couple humans, and then that's where we saw kind of like the more commander levels came out. And I think since then she's only given birth to the royal guard. I don't think since the royal guard she spit out any more, or she's birthed anybody else. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so I don't think she's given birth to anything else since then. That would kind of make more sense, because then how is she like distinguishing like, oh, I need to save all this Nen energy I'm consuming for the king, but let me spit out like 10 more grunts. Like, I don't think she's spit out any more than that. A lot of you were asking if I could get the video up on Vimeo. I think that's how you pronounce it. So I'm going to try that as well. I need to find out more about Magical Beast for me to like kind of get where you guys are coming from. Like, will they come from Magical Beast type thing? Because we know there's Magical Beast, but like we don't know what that entails. And a lot of you have told me we don't find out much about the queen until the last episode. So that's kind of wild. They'll still need to practice their Nen. I thought it was wild how they were able to. Scientifically, it doesn't make sense. How she triggered Pockle to say those exact things. But it's an anime. We don't have real life logic, but just imagine inserting in somebody's brain like that and expecting them to still be alive, let alone not go straight dumb or be able to even say anything. Um, yeah, we haven't seen any magical beast for 80 episodes, so to just be like, "Oh, magical beast, what does that mean?" You know. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Those were kind of the only real. The biggest questions I had was I going to be able to get the episode up? Then everything else we had was like, what's the scientific? How is she getting Paco to say these things poking around on his hippocampus and his cerebral? Like, how is that even possible? Um, that's like if I wanted you to like tell me a secret. Let me go in there and poke him on these specific things. I think I'd probably end up killing you, if anything. But we've recapped that. Let's go ahead and do this. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things about the brain that we don't know about. So I'm not expecting it to be. It's just gonna be. I know she looked in the book, but what they got going on in that book, I don't. It's not important to the story. None of it's important to the story. We know how they found out to learn about Nen. I just thought it was interesting that that was the way that they came about that. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and do this. Um, yeah, so if you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, we're syncing up right now. I'm going to give everybody on Twitch about 10 seconds to get their shit together, get your episodes going. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is everybody in Twitch good? Can we get a thumbs up? We're good to go. Everyone's synced up. Yeah, everyone say hi to YouTube. Yeah, we're at a minute 30. We are at a minute 30. Hopefully you guys can see it on my screen. I'll show you exactly where we're at. We have a minute 30 to get your shit together. This is where we're at, guys. Right here. You can see that on the screen right now. That's where we're at. The episode opening is ending. Oops, accidentally closed it. It's ending right now. I'm going to go ahead and fade that back out. So everybody in Twitch, get it synced up, get it going. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Everybody good? Got it. 1:30, hype. We're good. All right, enough bullshit. We are at a minute 30, pressing play on the episode right now. Let's get it. Light and Darkness is the title of the episode. Episode just started. Let's go. Oh yeah, they've got to open everybody's Nen points. An award ceremony? Got 50 people rocking with this. And I didn't really get answers to my question, but I'm pretty sure Kite's going to end up dying. That N. They're tracking them. $50 is wild. I have a feeling Kite's going to be a stepping point for their development. Then Kite's the real deal. He's been the real deal. He is kind of the first pro hunter they've met. Oh boy, he wasn't like that. True, we only saw him in the realms of the game. She was a mentor. God, I wish Wing Sun was still involved in the story. Wonder what Zushi's up to. We'll probably never find out. I don't know who would win between Kite or Biscuit because I don't know their power levels. From what I've seen, it looked like Kite would win, but go ahead and say it. He's thinking about something. Go ahead and say it. And what I thought was dope is how Kite's slot machine gives him the best weapon for the situation. Like, it subconsciously knows. Even though he downplays it, but I think he knows he's going to get the best straw. You can hear them from back there. It's always wild, 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 wild. He doesn't have time for the training. No, they got to learn as they go. And if they don't, then they're going to die. They're not going to die, but... I'm really hyped I haven't dropped any frames. Pro Hunter's got to mean something. Except for Pockle. R.I.P. that man Pockle. Oh, brother. Hey, appreciate you stopping by. Iora? Just in time. Just in time. Just in case you're just getting here or you're trying to sync up your episodes, we are 6.5 minutes in. 6:33 right now, to be exact, if you're just getting in the Twitch chat. Yep, that man was in the wrong channel. Yeah, I think that episode would have been very helpful if we got the original episode just first. Appreciate the 60 people we got in here right now. Appreciate y'all hanging out. What is that? That's his license. Hunter, Ging's Hunter license. We're getting a very deep, calm before the storm right now. Gon had his license? Shit's about to go down. Alright, again, in case you're trying to sync up or just getting here, we're at the 8-minute, 33-second mark. Oh god, he's just over here unlocking everybody's shit. Next. Yep. Spit him up there. This bitch. Oh, fuck me. She sensing them? Yeah, she is. Oh, fuck me sideways. He senses it. That man's got the sweats. Shit. He told them to run. Yeah, he's gonna die. The classic anime like Sparkle to not show the blood. My man just lost a fucking arm. He told y'all to run. Why are we fucking hesitating right now? This man's gonna die. This is like a Lumi all over for him again, but like times 10. You're not about to go at this chick, are you? Yeah, I need you to put that man down one time. What was he planning to accomplish right there? My man really tried to unlock the 8 inner gates right there. It would have been dope to see him really like tote with her for a second and then kind of get like, but he's already at a disadvantage with one fucking arm. What the fuck is that? A back scratcher? What is that? Are we at the halfway point already? He's going to die. He's going to die. Unfortunately, he's gonna die. I fucking knew it. Maybe he can escape with his life. He did say he got a good spin. That's true. He did say he got a good spin. He did say he got a good spin. I got faith, but I'm pretty sure this man's gonna die. You have to raise the levels here to build up anticipation. Um, one way to make us take her seriously is she slaps the shit out of this man. Shout out to the 65. Oh, they ran out. They didn't just go hide, they left. How hard did he chop that man? This man's been out all night. They got out. Wow. Oh, fuck me sideways. Is Nobunaga in the back of there? I think he is. I know it's not him, but it is him. But it's not, but it is him. So this is the preliminary force here. Shiny Nobu. Shiny Nobu is 100% accurate. Same skill. Oh, fuck. They brought the best of the best. I don't know what that fucking tree trunk is that he has. That thing better be worth lugging it around. Is all I gotta say. Is this grown up Ida? Y'all feel free to, go in there and fucking feel free to go in there and save that man Kite at any point. Or I mean, he didn't last the night, let's be serious. Even if somehow he slowed her down or escaped, he's getting hawked down. Hawked. But not strong enough. Well, they're really building her ass up now. But I don't think Killua has seen exactly what they can do, though. So it's hard to tell. My man seems a little overconfident. Yo, how hard did he death jump? Holy shit. The episode just lagged. I was really about to get tight right there, but we're good. We're good, boys. Just in case it messed you up, we are 1605. Are y'all gonna go get this man? Yeah, I'm on Twist. Every episode I've watched on Twist has like stuttered for a second every episode I've watched, but it's like half a second. It's never like completely stopped. I need to know what he's carrying in there. Is it a big lollipop? Is it a stick? Yeah. Is it a big fucking bubble stick that he can blow bubbles out of? Like, what is it? Kite's dead, bro. Shout out to the 70 we have in this stream. I appreciate y'all. And the 1 or 2 subs that we had. I'm not gonna lie though. The fucking animation is crispy. They're really leaving. They're really leaving. Oh shit. Oh god, the episode stuttered again. We're at 18 minutes. They're out. Is this like they're training? Like they're not allowed back if they can't defeat these 2 assassins? But is it kind of like they'll get more chances? Because I'm guessing they're not going to be able to beat these assassins in one go, so it's kind of like they're training, like a couple days or however long it takes. They're not really out there to kill them, I would guess. They are. They are children at the end of the day, but you know what you're used to seeing is kids in anime doing wild shit. Is that it? It is over. Damn. Oh, nope, not over. We're still here. We still got it, boys. Yo, he might have killed him. We know he's not dead, but how hard did he chop this man? We've never seen Killua this, like, in his feelings before. My man's not groggy or anything. We're ready to go. He didn't ask. Okay, we're good. Let's get it. Yeah, they're not just kids age-wise, but the thing they've done, it's not what regular kids do. Kids are what the two kids we saw get eaten. They go out hunting and like getting meals and shit. I want to believe in Gon's enthusiasm. I think they're kids in comparison to the Nen game. I agree in that stance. They're children. Yeah. Who's got the Gon emote? Rogers base cheesin'. Kind of dope emote. Shout out to the 70 we've been holding. He's the light in the dark. Well, he's the light of the dark we got this episode. It's interesting to see because we don't get much of Killua's emotions, given his upbringing and everything. He's doubting it. What does that say? Alright, I'm gonna need y'all to go get your shit together. You have to go back to that fight. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Oh god. Can we go back? I want to look at his face real quick. I want to look at her real quick. F's in the chats, boys. Did she look like she was like scratched up or anything? Yeah, she's got a couple scratches on her face. Her clothes are a little torn up and shit, but he's not alive. They really almost got me there for a second. The way kind of like Gon's enthusiasm kind of like perked up Killua, like, you know what? He's not dead. We can do this. But he's dead. That man's dead. That's really unfortunate. And I feel like we didn't. I had so many questions. Just so many questions with relating to Kite and his abilities and like where's his peak at and what he can do. Yeah, they really tried to fuck you there. With the Gon line at the end, like, oh, he's hiding. He made it out of there. He would never go down like that, and he's down. Again, I feel like you have to. You have to. I mean, there's some other animes that don't, but you have to show us that exchange, even if it's next episode, a couple episodes from now, or maybe it's the next time Gon and Killua come across her, or somebody we know comes across and they ask like, "Where's Kite? What'd you do with Kite?" or whatever, and we get a quick like 10 seconds. I would like to get a whole like half an episode recap. Where we see them fight to show us like give my man Kite like the proper respect. But give me some kind of flashback, whether it's a quick 10-second flashback. We saw the role he got, and he thinks like he has a chance, and he gets his head chopped off in 2 seconds, and it's like, okay, they're just gonna disrespect my man like that. Or we actually get like a good like 10-minute flashback of them like throwing hands. And again, like I see the landscape is all like fucked up, and we see she's got a couple scratches on her face and her shirt. That could just be from whatever back scratcher, Sailor Moon, like Tooth Fairy wand he summoned. that could just be from whatever that does, and it kind of like blew up the landscape and scratched up a little bit, but it was never like a threat. Like never was going to be anything. So he could have done whatever he did, whatever he summons or spell, whatever he does with that thing could have just destroyed the landscape, and it's still like a gnat, a mosquito bite to her, you know? So that's like, I don't know, like give us the flashback a little bit of either he does his thing with his summon, he gets his head chopped off in 5 seconds and we know what it is, or give my man Kite. I mean, you guys already know the answer. It's not like I'm persuading the story. I want to see him get the respect he deserves because I wanted to see all his other draws and what he could summon and all that kind of stuff, and we're not going to get that. I kind of felt it was going that. I mean, I already predicted Kite's death. I think it was my last episode reaction or 2 episodes before that. Yeah, Killua did say that, but I don't think he I don't think Killua has any idea of what he's comparing to, you know? Like the other guy said, like he's in a state of panic, shock, and it would make no sense. Like really, 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 really. Oh, the moment they had that little kind of like slice of life there at the beginning, like go find your dad. This was his. I meant to go find him. Once I saw that and how slow the beginning of the episode was going, and then what I predicted, I had a feeling that Kite was almost 99% going to die. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Aura capacity doesn't equal strength. So I'm saying it would make no sense. No sense. If Netero's like the head of the Hunter Association and he does this and he does that, he, or at least people he comes with, can't bang with one of the royal guards, then you might as well end the story now because there's still 2 more of them and there's a king to be seen. So if he can't bang or defeat her or slow her down, or them as a 3-man unit can't, then end the story, you know, like put it to like it's over. We lose, it's over. Who dread flag earlier in this episode still gone, and Killua taking gave back hope, made it much. Yeah, I do agree. Kite's strong, but I guess losing an arm is a fatal. Yeah, losing an arm is huge. So that's why, again, like, I don't know, like, you guys don't have to spoil it. I'm sure you guys say everything gets explained. Let me take this off the screen here so we don't have half my body cut off here. You guys say everything gets explained or we get everything as we go. I'm sure we're going to get what happened, whether it ended in 5 seconds, whether they actually had a good exchange, I don't know. But if they did have a good exchange, was him being short of an arm the difference maker? That would be for a lot of people. If you're missing an arm and you're even somewhat evenly matched or they're a little bit stronger than you missing an arm is going to be huge. He finally said, like, you got a good spin and we don't get to see that? That's going to be kind of shitty. Let me just read some of the chat here. Problem is, when you get personal article about a shun, you'll end up in trouble. Even with the arm of the Kite, he still probably lose, but I'll come together. Not that I think it's a chance to defeat her. If you have both, yeah, I mean, him having 2 arms helps for sure. Even if he's at a even if he has no chance, an extra arm. So yeah, even with 2, like I don't think he can kill her. I don't think he could slow her down. And I don't think that's a knock at Kite. Like I said a couple episodes ago, you have to raise the threat level here. You have to raise the threat level. We've seen Kite running through these commanders like it's a nothing. We've seen some of the kids be able to keep up with some of like the lower ranked generals. And yeah, she doesn't even she is not Nen practiced at all. She has no Hatsu. We don't even know if she knows what her special ability is. So did she just beat him on straight up speed and strength and like sensory abilities? Hopefully we find out. But again, she's not even trained. She has no skills with it. She came out the womb like 10 hours ago and just beat somebody that they just hyped up as this is the first pro hunter we've seen. He's on a new level. He's a professional hunter. She was just born 2 days ago and slapped this man in 2 seconds. Yeah, I don't know. Raw aura equals amount of aura uses. Yeah, so this isn't a straight like strength v strength thing. Given his skills, yeah, Yeah, I mean, so we know she's a specialist. So what she's doing, um, she's operating just off raw strength. Like she's that talented. Like with anything, like she's that talented. So, but we know she's a specialist. Um, we got that last episode. Oh yeah, I mean, she's up there for sure. Like she just came out like this. We know how much time has passed since they were tracking. It can't. It's the same night. So literally within her being in existence of a couple hours, she was able to take out a pro hunter, one of the stronger hunters we've seen. Not even hunter. Yeah, we got that she was a specialist. So I don't think anything kind of like that was spoilery, but the fact that she was able to just birth onto the scene and do that, and I put Kite. Like again, I can't rank Netero, I can't rate Gang. We might have been mentioned characters, but I can't rank them without seeing them. But I put Kite up there with the Phantom Troop members. Maybe he's at the top of the list with like the Krolos and the Zoldoks. Like he's up there. He's up towards the top of people we've actually seen display skill on screen. So it's like for him to get smacked like that. But again, you have to have this in any kind of storytelling. You have to raise the threat level. You have to raise the bar. We saw Kite slapping through everybody. So same as Biscuit was very engaged here. Yeah, it's hard to rank. But we've seen what he was doing to the other commanders. So for him to, how do you make the threat more visible to the viewers? Somebody on our side or somebody that we've seen display power, they have to die. They have to get taken out. They have to be defeated. They have to be slowed down. They have to be captured. They have to be something. And the way this was going, there was only three of us. There's only three of our characters in the thick of it at the moment. Gon, Killua, Kite. Gon and Killua aren't going to die. They're not going to lose, like, not now, at least. So Kite was a common denominator. How do you make it so that these kids aren't just rolling up in this ant base, slapping these guards around, and they missed taking out the king right before he was born, and now they got to deal with that. I think it's better that, like, you're showing that there's even a step in front of the king that we don't even know if we can deal with. I'm going to say this again. Yeah, so, like, again, I can't rate people that we haven't seen on screen. I can't rate any of that. Yeah, and it's not all about like aura capacity. I'm just saying, just from characters we've been introduced to. First impressions on new guy with Netero. I thought their character designs looked dope. I don't know what he's carrying, what lollipop, what kind of like leprechaun staff he's got in the back there. Does he blow bubbles with that? I don't know if it's a flower. Whatever he's carrying better be worth carrying. I wonder. I'm trying to like pinpoint where he would be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In like any anime, old man equals one of the strongest characters in the story. Put that in any anime. I don't care what it is. So I'm expecting him to be. He better be Royal Guard level or right at it, or we got a problem. But I'm thinking he'll be there. Finally realizing, yeah, I'm at. Yeah, that's another thing to see too, because I don't like that in any anime where like it's a kid or the main character, like they just keep opponent after opponent, obstacle after the obstacle. They get a power up, they get angry, something happens, and they just overcome it. They never like really like they're never really kind of ever at fault because they're always going to overcome. Like right there, I thought for a second, I really did thought for a second, Gon was going to like power up there, and he was going to get a couple like quick cheap punches in on her face, and that give Kite the moment to maybe like incapacitate her and run with them. They kind of overwhelm her, and maybe something happens to where they all like get out. So I'm glad that like, and either we could have done that or we could have had Gon power up, do that, and him get swatted away. But I think if he charged her once, he was going to die, 100%. Full blown lion. Yeah, it's yeah. There are many strong characters that we've seen so far. Hisoka, Razor, Lumi again. Yeah. Where does Kite fall into that? Again, though, like we haven't seen Razor or Crollo or Lumi or even Silva or Zeno or Gang at full anything. So it's hard to like where to put Kite. And again, like I don't know where to put Kite either because we haven't seen Kite on full display, and it looks like we might not. So it's kind of hard to kind of tell. Where again, it's hard to rank because we haven't seen everybody's display on screen. Like, if you want to talk about like Dragon Ball Z or Naruto, you got to see all the Akatsuki members full display, and then you could rank them with everybody else because we saw everybody's display of power at some point. We've never seen Razor seriously fight or Lumi. Was Crollo really fighting Silva and Zeno? Or was he trying to capture? You know, and like there's just a lot. But yeah, now every ant's gonna come out there learning Nen. What I would kind of like to see, I mean, I'm kind of seeing the recipe here. I'm kind of seeing it. I've kind of called out the last couple things that have happened story-wise. I'm wondering, yeah, Naruto's got full episodes backstory dedicated to every character, so you can like really rank their asses in a line. But I'm kind of wondering if Netero and the two he showed up with, they start smacking through these generals and these grunts, kind of like what we were doing, but on a higher level. I would really, 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 really like to see Netero, or maybe all three of them, I don't think she's gonna die. I think it would make for a good story if all three royal guards are alive and we have the king. They're protecting him, they're moving with him as a unit, whatever you want it to be. So I don't think that Netero or the two he came with are going to end up killing her. But I think maybe they can bring her back to reality a little bit. Maybe even make her retreat. Or just something to where it kind of gives us a chance to get things situated to where we can kind of like have a realistic battle here. Because if Netero and the three of them show up, yeah, I'll have to look into some moderators for when we kind of get there. But I would like to see Netero and the two he came with really start like pushing them back. Pushing their forces back, pushing them back, pushing them back. Maybe the other royal guards start getting born and we kind of get a back and forth thing. And just before they get to the king to maybe destroy him being born, he's born and it kind of resets the table here. I guess it would kind of be... The thing is, like, I've held Netero in kind of high regards for a while. So if he shows up here and she kills him, where do we go? You know, like where does our side go as far as like reinforcements or power or who's coming to like save the day, you know? So for her to defeat Netero would just make no sense. It would make no sense. If she was able to really defeat him, especially with the two he has. So I don't think they end up killing her because I think it would be real good to see the three royal guards plus the king. Maybe they take her out. I doubt it. But if they can defeat her, slow her down, push her back, make her retreat, that's kind of like how I see that happen. It would make no sense for Netero to show up and then him get his shit sliced. It is unfortunate what happened with Gang, though. I mean, Kite. I feel like I was just starting to see more of his abilities and just more of his skills. I predicted at the end of last episode, I feel like there needs to be a major death that affects our characters that we haven't had yet. we haven't had that major death yet. Yeah, Ponzu died, but it's what it is. But there hasn't been anything close to Gon and Killua. You saw how Gon freaked out with just getting the arm chopped off. So when is it that they find out that Kite died? How long does it take them to get back into the fight is the question. And what are the other reinforcements? Because now all the generals are going to know Nen. Again, if all the generals knowing Nen isn't even a threat to Netero, then what does it really matter? They should be able to handle that fine. I don't know. Yeah, Ponzu didn't deserve that. Yeah, we knew the jump off was gonna. Kite had to die, and it's unfortunate. But you could tell how the story was going. He had to die. We needed that classic anime like jump off point. We needed somebody close, a parent, a relative, a teacher, somebody to die. I'm surprised it didn't happen in front of their face though. So I don't know what's worse, it happening in front of their face or Gon giving Killua hype like, "Don't worry, buddy, he's just hiding. We know he's alive. He's a pro hunter." And then they find out from Netero, or they get informed in a letter or a phone call like, "Hey, he died." But if I was to give my predictions, I predict Netero and the two he came in with just start fucking shit up and start blitzing the fuck out of her ass. I don't think she's going to be able to keep up with the three of them. Now, does she get reinforcements because the other guards are born? Do they get pushed back so far that the king and the other guards come out? I don't know what it is. I just see them really kind of like blitzing the fuck out of the rest of these generals and these ants. And whether that's more guards being born, which kind of tips the scale back to being even, or what it is. But I don't even think lower level commanders with unlocked Nen, I don't think they'll be able to fuck with the three that just hit the scene. I don't know. Yeah, these guys are handpicked. I'm expecting them to fucking just whoosh through the scene. And really just start smacking everybody. I think they could smack around all the generals, the kitty cat chick we've seen, the lion, Colt, Ramoot, all of them. I feel like the three of them could handle 2, 3, 4 at a time, and it'd be no problem. So I don't think it's going to be an issue. I just think the playing field will get reset once another guard spits out. Maybe both of them spit out. I'd like to see that 3v3. That's the 3v3 I want. And I think that's the 3v3 we're going to get. Maybe. I don't know. Because there always needs to be a point where it would... And this is how you tip the power scale back. Because now it's flipped. Like, we've flipped the power balance like a couple times. It was... Kite's running through all these commanders. Like, what the hell's happening? Like, they're not a threat. Royal Guard gets born. She 2-taps the first pro hunter we've seen, and it doesn't even look like she'd really tried. Now, if Netero and his group can come back on the scene and overwhelm her ass, it tips it back. But then if all Royal Guards are on the field, it kind of gets like balanced back out here. So I don't know if we keep having these like kind of like we're up, they're up, we're up, they're up type thing, or if there's a point where like they get so overwhelmed, like the ants just end up just taking up to this point. They got all 3 Royal Guards, they got the commanders, they got the king, and what does it take? Does it take a powered up Gon and Killua to like be that final push over the top? Like, what does it take? I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out and see. We could sit here and go for a while, but I mean, we've been on stream for a while. Does anybody have any kind of questions, thoughts, anything they want to ask that's not spoilerish? The next live show, let's see. The next live show will be... Next live show will be... People are saying 95. Should we do 91? I need to put a poll up this week because 91 didn't get suggested in the chunk that I've picked. There's 2 different chunks here. One chunk, every episode has the same... Every list has the same chunk of episodes, 85, 111, 112, 125, 126, 130. But there's a big difference here. half of you want 95 and don't want 91. The other half of you want 91 and don't want 95. So I don't know kind of what we should be doing here. Like, do we do 95 and skip 91? Do we do 91 and skip 95? I don't know, but we'll have to really come to a decision on that here. I don't know what 95 is. We won't spoil it in the chat, but I don't know what 95 is, but the top list I'm going off of is 85, 95, 111, 112, 116, 125, 126, 130, 131, 135. So 130 is kind of pointless to react to. I'm gonna take a vote on that, and we'll see where we end up going with that. But is there anything else we want to go with here? Any other questions before we wrap this thing on up, or do you guys want to comment on anything else? If you want to see this back on YouTube land, this will be up. This is going up tomorrow afternoon, 12 o'clock. So I appreciate the 50 of you that are still in here. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out how it goes. He's saying, see, so someone's saying skip 91. So we'll have to kind of like figure that out as we go. Any other questions, boys, ladies? Appreciate the ones that subbed. We'll figure it out. This week, reactions, when we do episode 86, 87, and 88, I'll ask you guys what we should do. We'll take an executive decision here. And maybe we'll just add, if there's that big of a discrepancy, it's not like we can only do 10. I'll add in an extra episode. Like, we can do 11 live reactions. And we're going to react to all of them anyway. It's just going to be that some of them are going to be on here and some of them are not. So do we have any questions? Any questions y'all want to go with here? Anything we want to bring up or talk about before we go ahead and close this thing on out? Let me give a quick shout out to the people that have been coming through here. GB, Kichu. Hold on, let me try to pull up the chat real quick. For y'all that have been rocking here the whole time. I'm enjoying the arc so far. I think behind the York New City arc is the best arc we've had, in my opinion. I think it's the best arc we've had so far. Just because we're just building stuff up so much right now, you know? We're finally getting into like big boy stuff here, like as far as like characters and power level and all that type stuff, you know? But are there any more questions? Any questions, comments, concerns? Next YouTube upload. This is going up tomorrow. Episode 86 will be up on Monday. Episode 86 will be up Monday. Yeah, unfortunately, Kite is dead, and that's real unfortunate, you know? Were there any Nen I liked about... Were there any other Nen designs that I liked besides the first two? We haven't really seen much. I mean, we didn't see Bisky do much besides enhance herself, so it's hard to say, like, oh, I enjoyed her Nen when we just only kind of saw her, like, change in ability. We never got to saw what Wing did. I liked some of the troop members' abilities. But again, we haven't seen all of theirs, but I thought, like, Uvo's was great, getting to see what he could do with the strength. I mean, there's been a lot of good stuff, but there's been so much that's like a mystery that we haven't gotten to see, so it's kind of hard to like really tell, you know. Bisky transmuted herself by, yeah, but like we as far as like unique Hatsus and stuff like that, we haven't really seen like anything too crazy, you know, that I haven't already like commented on. But yeah, if y'all have any other questions, feel free to ask them now, and we'll go ahead and wrap this thing on up. Enhances are pretty much all the same. Yeah, so yeah, I appreciate y'all coming through. I mean, I think we peaked at like 75, 80 there for a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna try for episode 84. When I find out more information on that, guys, I'll definitely let y'all know on that for sure. But is that it? Yeah, the enhancers are pretty simple. Yeah. So I'll see you. This will go up Saturday, but you guys will get a new reaction, and we'll talk more about this on Monday. All I can really say is R.I.P. to that man, Kite. I feel like we were cheated on getting to see his like real peak ability. So what would be great is if we got to see, even if it's a 2-minute, 3-minute recap of their fight. Give me like just a chunk of screen time. Show us his peak ability. Show us like what that good roll was. I mean, the conjured summon said he got a good spin. What is that good spin? You know, I want to see that. But I feel like we kind of got cheated of getting to see his ability. Even if she slices this man's head off in one move, let me just see what that did. Like the thing said good spin. Show me why it said good spin. You know. But I guess that'll be about it, guys. And RIP to that man, Kite. Netero is on the scene. We haven't seen him in forever. And the other two that he came with, I mean, he handpicked them to roll with him. So, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, he just didn't say bad spin. Correct. It didn't say good spin. Yeah. Is that it, boys? I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. I mean, we really didn't have much that happened besides Kite dying. You know, we had Kite die, and that was pretty much it. Kite die, and Netero and the others hitting the scene. Killua finally admitting, like, hey, we actually can't do this. You know, we're not ready. We're kind of like numb to this thing, you know. And then these mystery assassins, which I'm getting, they're not really there to kill them. I think it's there for more training thing. It's like, hey, if you can get past us, you at least should be qualified to attempt to rejoin the fight, you know. So we'll kind of see how that goes. See you in the Discord. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Anybody want to come hang out in the Discord, Patreon members, we can talk about it and go from there. Y'all got any other questions? If not, we'll go ahead and sign on out of this thing. Appreciate y'all coming through, the ones that did come through. We'll go from there. So I guess we'll go ahead and end it there, guys. We had the Kite death, Netero hitting the scene, the mystery assassins, and Killua finally admitting, like, hey, we can't do this. And we'll kind of see where that leads us for next episode. I appreciate y'all coming through. Everybody on the Twitch world, YouTube, like, share, favorite, subscribe. And as always,